What is going on, everybody? We are back with another music reaction. I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are
HellaDepraved.
Alright, so We Skeem has dropped Death to YouTube Rap.
Right.
We listened to his White Rapper song on stream last night. It's pretty dope. I did like it. I'm excited to see what happens here.
Right.
I'm curious as to who he's going to go after, not go after.
Okay, well, that was a very interesting way of just, okay. Yeah.
No, I am super excited for this thing. What are you doing? Whatever.
Right.
But yeah, so. Also,
Like
for those of you that watch a lot of our stuff, if we're missing things for the next couple of days, she's waiting on medicine to get here.
Yeah.
She's probably going to start being in a lot of pain really soon, so.
Seems like at least once a year this happens, but yeah. I like the graveyard at night.
As do I.
Nice and relaxing.
As do I.
Although he does resemble more like the, caretaker in the suit and tie.
Right. I can see that.
I hope he scared some people. I really do.
Alright, so we're gonna react to this if you guys have already seen it. If not, click the link in the description below. Hop on over to All Things Coming Back, which is our commentary, reaction, breakdown, comedy channel. And what that means is we will pause for any and or all of the above.
And the bug in the lampshade for the kitten. Yeah. Yeah.
It's time to start to break it down. This is We Skeem, Death to YouTube Rap. Let's get it.
Fuck all of you. I don't cheer for the kids on the bench. I tell them get better and put in more reps.
All right. So, if you're not starting team...
He said, this man just came out and said, if you're a YouTube rapper, you're pretty much a bench player.
I mean, yeah, just, I'll go with he tells them to put in the work and get better. Because that is the mentality that one should have for, honestly, any of us, even if you're, signed to a label mainstream.
Right.
I don't cheer for the kids on the bench. I tell them get better and put in more reps. I'm not here defending the refs. You're giving me fouls, I take free shots on the net. And you are regarded as an artist? Well, you need to be an artist then. I don't respect getting views. You're no more than a businessman. If the content is a product, I'll review it as best as I can. But I think you're out of luck, man. If you think you're being admired by any one of your superiors, damn. Oh, McDonald can't understand that for every dozen songs he drops, there's only one room to stand. There's something more than stupid pop for edgy boomers out on Instagram. Don't get me started on the ciphers. Seriously, come on. And these people keep a straight faces, spitting bars about the...
Thank you! Sorry.
I absolutely adore that he is talking to the gravestones. We are gathered here today.
Look.
Dearly departed.
Kind of took a little shot at old McDonald. What the fuck am I stuck on? Is it you? I think so. I mean, if there's nobody else I'd rather be stuck on, but I couldn't move. I was just saying today in Skeem's Tom McDonald song review, I was like, Tom is writing the same song over and over and over again. And it's pretty much summed up to, this is the way I think all of society's fucking up. And I'm beginning to question whether or not he's actually talented.
Or if he just sold us on a lie.
Right. Which
I don't know, guys. I haven't been keeping up because
would be the political thing to do.
Felt like he plateaued in terms of my taste, in terms of the repetitive nature of how I felt his songs both sounded and were worded, or at least message-wise worded, a while ago. So I understand what you're saying, but I am not going to sit here and critique his newest work because I haven't heard it.
Now, I also love that he touches on all these ciphers.
All the ciphers.
Everybody and their mom's doing a cipher.
Right.
And it's getting old. Like, when Crypt first started doing the ciphers, it was cool because it was like one every like 8 to 9 months.
But it was brand spanking new.
And nobody else was doing it. And as soon as they started having success with it, everybody started doing it.
Well, and all the people that weren't getting onto that cipher. And yeah, I mean, there's been some interesting ones, not going to lie. But at this point, it is one of those things that everybody has been on a cipher. Or is putting one out.
Right.
Don't get me started on the ciphers. Seriously, come on. Now these people keep it straight faces, spitting bars about some Pokemon. It's a con, get it? They know the fans are dumb. That's you, go sweat it. You can overcome too, you won't regret it. Just call the panda product what it is, enjoy, man, get lit. But don't mix it with the real life, cause then you start to annoy. Oh boy, they're coming at me with the ignorant comments. Just stop it. Our brains don't have enough in common, so drop it. Nerdcore anime profile picture, having fun of dog shit. I'm burning bridges that are unsafe to tread.
Now,
Right.
this is an area I will disagree with Skeem on, just personally.
Yeah, this is I think much more personal, subjective taste.
Right. I see nothing wrong with stuff like anime rap or horror rap or anything like that. Because, like, for me, I'm almost to the point, musically, where I don't want to hear about people's lives anymore.
All right, I want to hear about their fantasy worlds. Here's the thing, like, if you're a nerd or a geek and you enjoy something, fucking embrace it.
And that kind of is your life.
Yeah, if that's what excites you and inspires you, fucking enjoy it and don't let anyone, including Skeem, tell you you're wrong. And some of those are super creative too. I mean, like, I want to say that maybe...
I mean, there's definitely some better than other artists in that genre.
And this is not from listening to Skeem, because I don't, at least when it comes to nerdcore stuff, I honestly haven't heard much of his rants about it. I just haven't been present for those. But one thing that I will say is maybe the idea that because you're writing based on fictional characters, you're not really contributing something like personally original to the craft. And you could see it that way, but a lot of these people put a lot of time into the research and the lyrics and so on and so forth. So if they enjoy it and we enjoy listening to it, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Hardcore anime profile picture, having fun of dog shit. I'm burning bridges that are unsafe to tread. Don't need to walk the path of dishonest friends. Fuck YouTube rap, it's better off dead. I know one of you never was unsubscribed. I'm burning bridges that are unsafe to tread. Don't need to walk the path of dishonest friends. Fuck YouTube rap, it's better off dead. I know one of you never was unsubscribed.
Did you hear that We Skeem guy got the cookout canceled?
Come on, dude.
You really think they care about this asshole? I should've known better than to trust fake friends. Salty bitches, twisted stories, I've seen the DMs. Called a crib, said, yo, this shit true? He's like, I got bigger problems than your Twitter views. People cheap, needed to escape and came for a go. No more secrets to keep, though one bitch a weep. This time it's Skeem who's cutting throats. So I suppose there's some bozos for me to expose. Showed expos of wackos till I was dizzy with no shows. Never brought my own hose when starting the fires. Maybe
Right.
I remember somebody asking me in the DMs when all that shit was going on, was asking me if it was because of Skeem, and I even told him, I was like, no. And it's honestly because of everybody. Did
Right.
Skeem have a slight part in it? Yeah. But
So
it
did
wasn't
everybody,
because of
though,
him.
because honestly, everything was sort of disintegrating at
everything
that point. Yeah.
was disintegrating.
Had
It
been.
was
Had been
across
for
the fucking board.
a year plus. Yeah.
It's a lot, and a lot of it's just I don't.
People don't do well in large. We just have never. I'll agree with his entire hook there. Like, if the bridge wasn't worth walking, it's just may as well burn it down.
I will see. There is... Jesus Christ, I can't talk. I will say, there is one person specifically in the anime community that is a absolute piece of shit and constantly is stirring up shit within the fucking group.
Well.
And I don't know why people haven't cut him out yet.
Well, but what I'm saying is...
But
That's... I guess that's just been sort of a mentality since I was in high school. And part of it is everything that Skeem's talking about here. Like, I don't have time for fake friends. And nobody should. Nobody should.
right.
None of us should feel that we need to be that cool or, you know, whatever, fit in, be one of the cool kids so badly that we know that people out there do not like us but pretend to, and we're still cool with it. It's not worth anybody's time.
Right.
throat. So I suppose there's some bozos for me to expose. Showed expos of wackos till I was dizzy with no shows. Never brought my own hose when starting the fires. Maybe I should cheat and fake it like a mofo till they mark me McGuire. Tell my wife not to let our boys get too heavy, so she won't provoke the feminist. Standing steady, keep it fresh so I don't block it now. Let the
The names he's dropping so subtly.
Right.
He's mentioned Dizzy. He's mentioned Cam Steady. He's mentioned Mark McGuire. Not Mark McGuire, just McGuire.
McGuire. Right.
I say Mark McGuire, which should show my age.
Oops. That McGuire. Right. I do like the reference to Mrs. Skeem pissing some people off by saying that she likes to be a stay-at-home mom. For all the right reasons.
Right.
All the right reasons. And, you know, again, nobody should define what makes you feel the most powerful.
Right.
Really shouldn't.
too heavy, so she won't provoke the feminist. Standing steady, keep it fresh so I don't block it now. Let the
I think that's also a drop for Freshie.
I have no idea.
Freshie, you know.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know in terms of... I also think it's a strange turn of events to tell Mrs. Skeem to not be so outspoken about something that she considers the ultimate right of her feminist self.
Right.
Because part of the feminist movement is to give women a voice. So...
too heavy, so she won't provoke the feminist. Standing steady, keep it fresh so I don't block it now. Let the fans decide who will be my pals. Nah, being fake just ain't my thing. You can be the puppets for the simpleton high brain. You don't think I get it cause you never think. You thought once but you only reached the brain. How stupid are you? Well it's time to explain. Cause down at your levels the smoothest of brains. You're the person who says shit but doesn't know what it means. And I have to explain what you just said to me back to you so you know and you say, oh damn, that's right. Like bitch, your mouth said it. Nobody's home, it's just lights. And you wanna fight like you got insight, calling me spiteful when I...
He's rapping about you, Gil.
I mean...
Where'd he go?
Staring at the shadows on the wall.
Probably.
Made by the very dim lights. I mean, at least he's giving them credit. He's saying it's just lights. I mean, there's one very dim one on in Gil's brain.
Right.
But he's very sweet.
No, and you say, oh damn, that's right. Like bitch, your mouth said it. Nobody's home, it's just lights. And you wanna fight like you got insight, calling me spiteful when I say you're quite dull and dip in the head, rightfully so. Shook in my stead, trying to take a look at this dead-minded blight thick skull that's taking all the light from my eyes when you're in my sight. So get it right. I'm not a fucking stuck-up little jerk. It's just dealing with you dumb fucks is a fuck ton of work. I'm burning bridges that are unsafe to tread. Don't need to walk the path of dishonest friends. Fuck YouTube, rap, it's better off dead. I'm not one one of you never was unsubscribed. I'm burning bridges that are unsafe to tread. Don't need to walk the path of dishonest friends. Fuck YouTube rap, it's better off dead. I'm not one of you, never was unsubscribed.
I'm burning bridges that are unsafe to tread. Don't need to walk the path of dishonest friends. Fuck you too, rap, it's better off dead. I'm not one of you, never was, so unsubscribe, you fucking inbreds.
You fucking inbreds.
I do like the way that ended. That's fun. That's fun.
All right, so I absolutely love this. I don't think it's the most lyrically
Challenging song of his?
challenging song of his, which is fine.
I don't think it was supposed to be.
No, I was just supposed to get a point
I think
across.
he was trying to keep it down for the morons that he's addressing.
True.
Which could be us. Not gonna lie.
Also
Just,
true. But no, I did really enjoy it. One of the things I've always loved and had absolute respect from Skeem for is he has no problem telling people how he feels. Now, there are times I do feel sometimes he goes too far. I tend to stay out of it though. But on one hand, I agree with him in a lot of this. Musical taste-wise, I don't necessarily. Because again, I do enjoy
the nerdcore and
nerdcore stuff,
Yeah.
as long as it's stuff that I know about.
I mean, and he's always been upfront that he does not and never has considered
Right.
himself a YouTube rapper, and didn't want to be included in that sort of moniker title, And I think this is this is why people can't have nice things. This is honestly because everybody was so gung-ho just a few years ago about how great the YouTube rap community was. It was supportive. People were helping bring other people to the top. But I also think that there is a lot of, I want to say, almost entitled behavior. Because some people were making it big. And that takes a lot of work. And other people who had not made it, and I'm not talking about subs, I'm just talking about hadn't worked for more than a couple years on it, hadn't really been promoting themselves, popping stuff out, barely had any catalog, whether released or not, to talk about, started bashing the people who made it because they felt like, oh, now it was their turn to turn around and help the little man up from the ground. And it's like, well, no, they pulled themselves up by their own bootstraps, made it to this level. And while they are willing to do stuff like, that's what Crypt Cypher originally started, that was one of the things he was saying. But while they're willing to help, they're not going to do the work for you.
Right.
And then there became a whole bunch of bitterness, and it just sort of devolved, and people, even as adults, can't talk to other people, so there's a lot of miscommunication, yada, yada, yada. So I agree with this song in terms of sort of the mentality behind it. Again, subjectively, maybe not some of the taste, but we already know that.
Well, and one of the other things, too, I told a few people this, and I don't know who all I told, or if I said it publicly, but I'm going to say it here. Last year, we went to a cookout over at Skeem's, and got to hang with an entire group of just amazing fucking people.
Yeah.
Whether you like any of their music or none of their music at all, as people, all of them are fantastic fucking people.
Right.
A lot of them I consider homies. As a matter of fact, there was probably only a very small handful of people that didn't come that I also consider homies.
Right.
And when we went, I came out of it with this new thought of like, fuck this YouTube community. Not the people that I'm cool with, not the people that I'm close with, the people that I consider homies, friends, whatever you want to call them. But this grand idea of a community that doesn't actually exist. Because in order to have a community, it kind of also implies a unity within said community, and there is no unity. It's everybody for themselves. And when people do try to help out, other people try to tear it down.
Right.
And
communities mean people, and I'm not okay with that.
that's
a lot more socializing than I am made out to do.
Not even what I was talking about with it, though.
No, but you started saying community, and my brain just went people, and it just went, we were doing so well. We were in a graveyard at night. Right. I agree with you, though. There was nothing there, like, was it a nice ideal dream for some people? Not for me. But, like, yes. Did I ever have faith that it was going to be a thing? No. But that's because I have no faith in people to begin with. So, like, that's just me being a realist. That's not cynical, by the way. That's just way too many people all aiming for the same, what they consider piece of the pie, which is also completely stupid, by the way. There's enough space, enough people listening. Everybody likes something different. But, yeah. But the cookout that we did go to was good people. So, but they all know that they're doing something different, and they are all exceptionally hard workers. And aren't asking for handouts.
And to be honest, pretty much everyone at that cookout, I feel like at this point has gotten to the point where you're always going to care to an extent, but don't care who's listening.
Right.
In terms,
like his whole unsubscribe.
Right. In terms of, like, if you want to be here to support me, cool. If not, then fuck off. I don't care.
Right.
But no, Skeem is a fantastic person. We may not always agree on everything. You're not going to agree 100% with everything from everyone. It's just...
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't. It's a part of life. But no, as far as, again, him as he's a great person.
Right.
That goes for, again, everybody that was at that fucking cookout.
I did like his little thing that he put in there. Look, I'm not an ass. A complete ass, I should say. I just get really tired of dealing with y'all's bullshit. I do not fault him for that. Yeah, I don't fault him for that. Yeah.
On my board at work, since I'm technically a team lead.
Oh.
I actually wrote down. I was like, Loadmasters, the order of before.
People's better than I do.
Before I had a list of who was supposed to Loadmaster in what order, and I erased it a couple weeks ago when I went off on everybody. And I wrote down, I said, Loadmasters, the order that you guys are supposed to load is, and then I just deleted erased the 1, 2, and 3. And then I said, you know what, figure it out. You're all adults, and I'm not babysitting. I'm not your babysitter. I don't know if my boss has seen it. He hasn't said anything about it. But somebody noticed it late last week. And was like, who wrote that? And I was like, me.
Now, are you sure that the people that was intended for were fully able to read?
Yes.
The full sentence. Okay.
Yes.
You double checked. I kid. Mostly. This is also why I wouldn't be a team lead.
Right.
But I do understand that, because honestly, we get plenty of people like that. And we're not artists per se. We're just content creators. You know?
Right.
And I still don't normally comment in the comments on comments.
She is smart.
Because I'm an asshole.
She stays away.
Yeah.
And then depending on the day, depends on if I have time.
Well, you're the nice one. Sometimes. In terms of, like, you'll respond to, you know, more than I will. Like, I'll avoid. I'll hit likes, but I don't respond to stuff because I'd end up like this. Yeah. So.
Dealing with stupid people is really hard, guys. Really hard. And as I become technically more stupid as I get older, more dumb, more stupid.
I think it happens to us all.
My mind is going to shit. I'm probably gonna have Alzheimer's before it's all said and done.
Yeah, you won't remember.
if I haven't already started.
Right.
But no, it's a good song. I enjoyed it.
No, I definitely. This is out of the last 3. My top favorite out of the last 3. Of course, that includes 8-bit music and stuff. So.
Oh, so last 4.
4? Oh, you're including White Rapper.
Yeah.
Okay. I hadn't included it because it wasn't a reaction video per se.
We did it on a stream and
That's not a reaction video, now is it? That's a reaction during a stream. Big difference.
Fine. Mm-hmm. Anyways, if you guys like the video, slash that like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Comment down below, what did you think of We Skeem with Death to YouTube rap? Also comment down below if there's anything else you guys want to see reacted to. Check the description below for all things.
Push our buttons. Come join us on our other social media platforms, mostly Twitter if you want a quicker response.
We love you guys. Thank you all for watching. Cannot wait to see you depraved people later.